Hello. I just spent a week in Colorado Springs with my family, and now I am on my way home. I'm driving. It is a 14-hour drive. I'm going to split it up between 2 different days, and I thought, what better time to do a video vlog than now, bored by myself on the road. So I'm going to listen to 2 books. I was debating if I should listen to one long book because it's a 14-hour drive, or because I'm doing it in 2 days, if I should try to listen to one book one day and one book the next day. That's what I decided. The book that I think I'm going to listen to on the way back home is called This Time Tomorrow. This is a book that Matt actually bought in a bookstore in Detroit, and the premise seems very interesting. This is all I know about it. It's a woman who on her 40th birthday wakes up 16 years old, but with all of her memories of being 40. So I don't know anything more about the book than that. I haven't read the blurb. I haven't read anything. The book is 8 hours and something minutes, and the drive to the hotel is 8 hours and 16 minutes. So if I want to listen to the whole thing, I may have to speed it up a little bit or finish it in the morning on the rest of the drive. Let's get some coffee and get this started.
Penguin Random House Audio presents This Time Tomorrow by Emma Straub. Read for you by Moines Iowa.
Hi, I'm recording on my phone. I'm not sure how great this audio is, but it's all I've got right now because my GoPro died. I'm at a truck stop. I don't know where this truck stop is. It's a Love's. I have 6 hours and 3 minutes left on my journey. I just got Carl's Jr. They have a Beyond Burger there, which, you know, if you've had Beyond Burger, you know they're good. One of my favorite things to do on a trip is to have sunflower seeds. So I got dill pickle sunflower seeds, and when I got to the front to pay for them, she asked me if I wanted a spit cup, which, if you are a connoisseur of sunflower seeds, you know that is a lovely request. And so I'm very happy for the Loves. I'm gonna sit here, finish some more of my book, and eat my burger, and then I'm gonna be on the road again. Let's see how it tastes. Obviously no cheese. Yeah, typical burger. Good. So I have 6 hours and 23 minutes left on my book. So I think that means I've listened to about 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. I just got to part 2, which is her 40th birthday, which is interesting. So there was a lot of lead up to her 40th birthday, a lot of background, but everything flowed really nicely. I like this book. I like the person who's reading it. It's keeping my attention the entire drive. Yeah, so far this book is wonderful. I am very happy that I've chosen this book. So I will see you at the next stop. I'm at another rest stop. I have 2 hours and 7 minutes left in my drive, and I have 2 hours and 30 minutes left on my book. So I may be finishing this in the morning. We'll see. Yeah, a lot has happened in the book. It is still a very good book that is totally keeping my interest. So basically, it's exactly what I've said, that it's a woman who on her 40th birthday goes back to her 16th birthday. But it's also incredibly complicated. So there's part 1, part 2, and part 3. Part 1 is before she goes back. Part 2 is her time when she's 16. And now I'm on part 3. So as of now, she's back. It's a really good book around like choices we make? How do they affect us? Who are we? Are we always who we are? How much do we really change? It seems like these are the themes that are going on right now. There's a lot in this book, but it's hard to talk about it without, I don't know. I'll have to think more. This is a good book. I'm happy that I've decided to read this. It is definitely keeping me awake because I am very tired. Like I said, 2 hours and 7 minutes left to the hotel and 2 hours and 30 minutes left in the book. So I will see you at the hotel. So I'm in Omaha. I just arrived at the hotel. I was on the phone for a long time before, so I'm not done with the book. I think I still have an hour and 20 minutes. And so I'm going to check into my hotel, get settled. So that's the update. Bye. This is my view from the hotel room. So I'm in the hotel now. It's the next morning, and I have 45 minutes left in my book. It's a very rainy day. So there's a restaurant here in Omaha that every time Matt and I drive through, we go to it. It's called Modern Love. It's so good. It's an all-vegan restaurant. It is wonderful. So what I'm going to do, they open at 10. Right now it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to go downstairs to Starbucks. There's a Starbucks downstairs, and grab some coffee and finish listening to this book. So far, it's very good. I've learned something about myself. I shouldn't try to talk about books in the middle of the book. So if the book is something that I definitely don't like, I can tell you why I'm not liking it. If it's something that I love, I think I can tell you why I'm loving it. But I do struggle with when it's a pretty good book. I don't know. I just think I should not talk about books when I'm in the middle of them. So I'm going to go get coffee, sit down, listen to the last bit of my book, and then go get some breakfast and head home. I have 7 hours, little over 7 hours of driving today. I have one that I'm interested in that's 4 hours and one that's 3. So I might be able to listen to both. We'll see. Also, my GoPro died, so everything is going to be on my phone. We'll see. We'll see how this turns out. All right, let's go have coffee. All right, so there's been a change of plans. The restaurant's not open, so they don't open till dinner, and I'm not hanging around in Omaha until dinner. I'm going to go home. So I'm going to grab coffee. I'm just going to finish listening to the book here in the car and then start my next book. Oh well. Let's grab coffee and go home. Hi. So I just finished the book This Time Tomorrow. I pulled over to get gas. I had like 2 minutes left, so I pulled into a parking spot and finished it. This is why I should not talk about books be in the middle, because I don't know how I feel about them. This was a really good book. I enjoyed it so much. So it's a time travel book for sure, but it's like time travel kind of with a twist. Like, it's more about her relationship with the people around her, in particular her father and her best friend. And it just goes into depth about, you know, family and what is it, decisions we make, the people who stay by us. You know, a lot of time travel movies, or I don't really know if I've read many time travel books, but typically time travel is like lighthearted and fun, and this was not lighthearted. This was it was a good book though. I don't know. There were several times during the book where I thought it was going to end. And when that happens in other books, when it starts up again, I'm like, come on. I thought this was going to end. But every time it started up again, I was like, yeah, this is right. This should continue. It was a great, great book. I enjoyed it so much. I only thought it was okay when I was listening to it, but as it progressed, everything got deeper. The story got better and better and better. It was good in the beginning, but like towards the end, you're like, this is a great story. I liked it so much. It was a very good book. So the next book I'm listening to is My Sister, the Serial Killer. It's 4 hours long. I still have six hours in my trip, so that leaves 2 hours for phone calls and stuff like that. I will see you at the next gas stop with My Sister, the Serial Killer. All right, so I am in Des Moines, Iowa. I have been listening to my book for an hour. So far, it's very interesting. It's about a girl who her sister is a serial killer. And her sister is beautiful. That's really all I can say, because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. But it's a very good book so far. It's a nice little mystery to listen to for my last leg of the journey. Because that restaurant in Omaha was closed, Matt looked up here in Des Moines for a restaurant that was vegan and found a place called Railroad Bill's Dining Car. Apparently they have a vegan menu. Looks like a little antique store, maybe a bookstore, I'm not sure. But I just arrived, so let's go in and see what it's all about. This place is so cute. Okay, I'm at a truck stop somewhere. I don't know where I am. Somewhere in Iowa. I still have an hour and 53 minutes in my book and 3 hours and 53 minutes until I get there. The book is very good so far. Getting very, very exciting. It's a very good mystery thriller. A lot about sibling rivalry in here. It's great. I'm enjoying it very much. At the truck stop, I got Bacon Ranch sunflower seeds. Mark this under surprisingly vegan. And I got a raspberry lemonade Mountain Dew. Let's get back on the road. I don't know if the next time I see you I'll be at another rest stop or if I will be home, but let's find out. Alright, so I'm home. I am on my way right now to take the car back to the rental place. I finished my book, My Sister, the Serial Killer. It was really a great book. So there's a lot of twists and turns, but the twists and turns aren't necessarily because of like events. So there are some events that are, that happen that are supposed to be surprising. Honestly, they're not that surprising. You kind of see it coming. But what you don't see coming is the changes in allegiance. So it's really just this story about sisters. It's just so interesting. I feel like the two books that I picked, This Time Tomorrow and My Sister, the Serial Killer, tell stories that are like kind of typical, but in a really atypical way. So like with This Time Tomorrow, it's really just the story about a woman and her father and their relationship, but it's told through time travel. And it's very beautiful still. It's not silly. It's really interesting. And then My Sister, the Serial Killer is really a story about two sisters and their complicated relationship, which is a story that could be told a million ways, but it's told through the lens of a sister being a serial killer. It's so interesting. Both books were spectacular. I'm so happy that I listened to them on this trip. I feel like they were just perfect. Both of them kept my attention the whole time. So on a 14-hour trip with calls and, because I'm doing it by myself, so a lot of folks were calling me, with phone calls and with stopping and getting food, it was the perfect amount of time. Yeah, it was a great trip. Thank you so much for coming with me on this trip. I feel like it made it easier doing this little video vlog. And hopefully we can do it again soon. You were a great travel companion. Thank you for being with me. Bye.